Welcome back, everyone. We are live. It is late Friday evening. We're going to let the YouTube algorithm kick in as always and get some people hopping on. I'll do the sound check, get that over with, while the YouTube interwebs distributes this video and gets it on people's homepages and notifies all the subscribers. All right, we do have some people hopping on already. Awesome, awesome. If you are joining us, as always, make sure you give this video a tremendous thumbs up, smash the like button, and let us know where you are tuning in from, city, state, location in the chat. All right, we sound good, and we are ready to go. Okay, we have some people hopping on. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. It is Friday evening. We have breaking news to cover in regards to President Biden and his latest actions in regards to hopefully tamp down some of this inflation and help the American people. And it is in regards to the oil reserves. All right, fantastic. We got those numbers bumping up now. Awesome, awesome. I will say something in the chat to kick it off. Very good. All righty. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are first joining us, as always, make sure you give this video a tremendous thumbs up, smash that like button. And if this video gets to 500 likes, of course, we will do our own cash giveaway where we give away $100 to a few of you lucky subscribers. So make sure you have that like button smashed. Also, make sure you are subscribed, have notifications turned on as well. And if you want to get some free stocks all on me, use those links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms, or Robinhood and or Webull. You'll get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So let us know what stocks you get. But I think we are ready to go. So President Biden is taking action. He's stepping up to the plate and once again trying to tap into those oil reserves. And he's taking massive action this time in hopefully trying to bring down the high gas prices. Now, they have come down slightly off of their highs in certain cities and across America, but still, relatively speaking, gas prices are still extremely high. So what is this action by President Biden? What exactly is he doing? And could this actually be effective? Will it actually work? We'll be talking about it all in today's video. So let's get started and dive right in. So the Biden administration has announced that the U.S. will release 1 million barrels of oil per day from its strategic reserves to help cut gas prices and fight inflation across the country. This was just announced by the White House this week, yesterday. President Biden plans to tap the nation's strategic petroleum reserve for the next 6 months as domestic producers ramp up production, according to a fact sheet released by the Biden admin. Now, granted, President Biden already tapped into these reserves. However, it was short-lived and did not have much of an impact. According to the White House release, quote, "The scale of this release is unprecedented. The world has never had a release of oil reserves at this 1 million per day rate for this length of time. This record release will provide a historic amount of supply to serve as a bridge until the end of the year when domestic production ramps up." Granted, you can look at that timing there, and this might all be a political play, right? It all might just be imagery and may not actually be a smart, effective move that will have much of an impact at all. Because if you look at the timing, 6 months from now, right, then we're getting into the midterm elections, and this may all just be a political play to make it look like the Biden administration is actually doing something, make it look like the president is taking the initiative here. But it all just might be image, right? Because if you look at what the experts are saying, unfortunately, this will not have much of an impact at all. Even if President Biden was releasing 100 million barrels per day, that still wouldn't have an impact. But he's only doing 1 million. 1 million will not do much. If anything, it may bring down prices just pennies, but it will not have a long-lasting, meaningful, considerable impact in the long term. So this is probably just all image. It's probably just all a political play and not necessarily going to have too much of a positive impact for the American people. So the experts are saying that, essentially will not do much at all. And what the experts are really saying is that we could see a decline from anywhere from 10 to maybe 25 cents a gallon. But we are in a situation where the volatility has been significant over the last couple of weeks, so that also could very much change. And if you look at it, Americans daily consume about 20 or 21 million barrels of oil a day. And so this is going to release 1 million barrels of oil a day, so about 1/20th of what we normally consume. Again, will not even make a dent in these prices. The White House explained it is also committed to achieving real energy independence, which centers on reducing the dependence on oil altogether. Under the Trump administration, we were energy independent. We'll probably see elevated prices potentially through the end of the year, though there could be some measure of relief between now and the summer and the end of the year, according to experts. So, this relief, if it's going to happen at all, we have Chris here. He's saying that it'll cost him $69 to fill up his tank today, and a year and a half ago it was 38 to 40. That's quite interesting. And so, if you look at the timing again, this is right in time. Just happens to be right in time for the midterm elections. So, if we see any relief at all, it will only last between now and the summer, and maybe until around the midterm elections. But right after the midterms, prices will likely go right back up, and this impact could be uh, not long lasting at all. So, what are your thoughts on this action from the Biden administration? It's not going to do much. We already know, we already had this tested when Biden first started that initiative months ago, and it did not do much. People saw a little decline of 2 cents, 3 cents, but this is certainly more of a drastic move here. He's certainly taking more action than he did previously. But from what we understand and what we know, the numbers already tell us that this will not make a dent. Of course, energy prices are also being controlled now by the Russia invasion of Ukraine, so that could also have an impact, perhaps, if that invasion were to calm down and both countries could make peace and come up with a deal. Maybe prices may not be as volatile and it could potentially even decline. But right now, that war is incessant and has no end in sight. So the administration really has to factor it and take it into account. They can't really just count on that war ending anytime soon. We thought it might have ended by now, and it's still going on. Biden said, quote, many people are no longer buying Russian oil around the world. I banned Russian imported oil here in America. Republicans and Democrats in Congress called for it, and I support it. It was the right thing to do. President added, but as I said at the time, it's going to come with a cost. As Russian oil comes off the global market, supply of oil drops, and prices are rising. Now Putin's price hike is hitting Americans at the pump. Again, referring it to Putin's price hike as if it has nothing to do with what is going on domestically and the Biden administration. If you look at a year ago, right now the national average is about 423, up from 287 a year ago. And that's all part of the 7.9% year over year inflation altogether. According to experts, and what the White House is also doing, as far as Thursday's announcement, is that they also criticize the domestic energy industry for, quote, sitting on more than 12 million acres of federal land and 9,000 unused, but already approved permits for production. So blaming the oil companies there. Biden's basically just skirting around the issue, right? He's not really tackling it head on, and he's trying to basically stick to his message and campaign of using green energy sources, right? Reusable energy. He's not really wanting to tackle the issues head on, which may not be good for the environment in the short term, but certainly would fix the economy and would help the American people. It would also help the Democrats in November as well. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Quite interesting there, Jen Marie. Quite interesting. That is true. Well, tapping into the reserves, they're not going to last forever. We only have so much in reserves, and eventually they will run out. And we don't want to use all of them, right? That only during World War III would we actually want to tap into these reserves as much as we really want to. So certainly it is a drastic measure, but we also have to save some of these oil reserves for if something catastrophic would ever happen, like nuclear war. Using these oil reserves are not necessarily, at least they weren't meant to be used for times like these. So there are other strategies here. The Biden administration is skirting around the issue, and they don't want to tackle the problem head on. And there are viable solutions that would work, but Biden just sticking to his campaign message and sticking to his promises, and so he doesn't want to piss off his side as well. But obviously, the American people are hurting altogether. So we will see what happens with these 1 million per day oil reserves, 1 million per day barrels, of course, into the oil reserves. We'll see if it makes an impact. Experts and historically, we know that it will not make a difference, but we will see what happens and update you along the way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you did. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Of course, use the links down below in the description. Sign up with the brokerage platforms, Robinhood and or Webull. You'll get some free stocks, some valued to thousands of dollars in some cases. And if you want to connect with me on social media, I am on Instagram and Facebook. Use the links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms, or rather, sign up with the social media platforms, and you can connect with me there. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now.